talk.
Pilakka has a car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to pick up his herbal.
Her.
Her herbal, sorry.
Herbal tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Herbal tea bags.
Yeah. Herbal tea bags.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a great term.
Got it. You can't run out.
Weighted in ounces, you know?
Yeah.
Makes
I heard a
sense.
great
Or
term.
grams.
What was it yesterday? Sunday? Was it Sunday? Yes, Sunday. So I guess that was 2 days ago. At the Renaissance Fair, somebody was in front of us talking about manspreading. They're like, oh, you're manspreading. They're like, then just she-bag it. And I was like,
Wow.
you got to tell me what the fuck she-bagging is, because that sounds it's when a woman takes her purse and puts it on the bag next to, like in the seat next to you.
Oh,
It sounds-
that's a power move.
That sounds way worse.
I know.
As a guy, I really need somebody to explain to me what is wrong with manspreading.
Do you want my opinion?
It's when you're, like,
I
just,
actually do. As something that's wildly uncomfortable as a guy to sit with your knees together. I don't understand why there's suddenly this huge crusade against dudes being comfortable.
It's not even dudes being comfortable, right? Because like say we're on a train, right? And you and I are next to each other, and this is my seat, and that's your seat, and you're like this, and this is your seat. I don't give a shit. Let those balls like fucking air out. It's this.
Yeah, that's fine. I can understand that. But
This
That's a bit much, yeah.
When you're at the gym on that fucking machine where you're like having to push your legs in,
Yeah,
and
butterfly leg
you're,
press.
like, as far out as possible, and a woman sits down and your leg is your leg is literally in their chair space.
Yeah,
and you're
that's
all
different.
cramped in, and they have I'm sitting like this because
You're
they're
probably-
sitting like this.
You're probably not that bad, Jared. Like, there are dudes who...
But here's the thing. I hear about this shit all the time, and it's not just that. Like, that's the logical, completely understandable. That's like if a dude was doing this, sitting next to me, I'd be like, dude, keep in your zone. If you come into my zone again, I'm gonna knock you out of your zone.
Yeah.
And that would be our entire conversation.
Stay in your lane, man. It's just that easy.
But it just seems to be so bad. Like, I've been sitting in places just like I'm in my chair space. There is no reason to sit that wide. That hurts my thighs. What is wrong with you?
It's true, though.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
For
like
who? Grandma on the bus.
Yeah.
Yes, because people are that fucking petty, so they need to literally swing their dick around. Yeah.
Grandma has a vagina, and
From
he needs
a
to show
psychology perspective, though, it is the more space a man takes up, supposedly from a dominant perspective, you're portraying dominance.
Yep. And
I'm important because I take up more space.
That's so true. That's a real fucking thing. I didn't think it was a thing, but it is.
Do you know how I show confidence and dominance in your fucking body? It's real easy. If you normally stand, like
Are you gonna pull your dick out?
Just stand.
Please
up
don't.
straight,
Pull your dick out.
Straighten your spine.
And then
That's
in a circle.
way more confident than trying to just take up more space.
You're trying to understand people who think completely different than you.
Or
But
don't
the reason I hate all of this and why I can't understand these people is because what you told me is logical. But what the internet is a group of fucking people who will jump on and yell at anything.
Oh no, you can't listen to the internet. The internet.
It's like
But those are the people that I get all my information from.
Come to us.
What about getting your information from those people?
Yeah, don't get that.
There's a before helicopter day. There's a study that's very similar and really quickly where men especially, and I started doing this, if you're walking, like I'm on the side I should be on the sidewalk, and if a man's walking towards me, they won't yield. They expect me to yield every single time.
That's a dominant thing as well.
Is.
I have literally always moved to what is easiest for me to get to where I have to go.
Like, and if
I have better shit to do than front on somebody I don't know.
Again, good person. If I was on like the left side of the sidewalk, I would move because that's not the courtesy like social side of the sidewalk. But right.
Unless you're in Europe.
I have almost knocked over, or I have knocked into countless dudes, and every time I do, they are so surprised. They're like, "What?"
As a Canadian,
when I see somebody coming opposite me the sidewalk, I immediately manspread and start walking bow-legged like a cowboy at him.
Jesus Christ!
Like just truly horrific, like old source filmmaker video movements. You're doing the crab walk.
They always get out of the way, except the one power move, which is to go under my legs. And there's nothing I can do.
I think the worst part, I don't understand any of this because I'm from New York. We casually like walk through crowds like it's Assassin's Creed. We're like, oh,
yeah, you just shoulder your way through everybody.
You literally just put the tiniest bit of force, and somebody's like, "I'll get out of here." But like, as a Canadian, I have to ask because I found out somebody's like, "Oh my God, this Asian country does this," and they do it the opposite we do. So I was immediately like, "Does not everybody do this?" When you're going up an escalator, what is protocol?
You stand to the
right.
Side, you stand to the right.
You stand to the right. You walk on the left, and you share the escalator. Yeah. Like,
a lot of people do not understand that.
So, Blah, where are you going to be next convention-wise? Just asking for me.
The escalator.
Asking completely.
Probably Bubfest next year.
Okay, I will. Okay, I'll plan on it.
Oh, I'm turgid. Let's go.
Jesus.
We're gonna miss the naked wrestling.
No, this is our first year where we're actually gonna practice that. Next year is gonna be Naked Wrestling Olympics.
All right.
See, I'm showing up for the prime time Naked Olympics.
That's right.
Flash Whisper Myron, please buy me 3 gallons of Jello.
Next week.
Oh man, see, I
55-gallon of lube.
I find that like so almost like asinine because as a large person, I try to occupy as little space as possible in any public situation whatsoever. So when people are like, yeah, it's like it's the go-to alpha move is to manspread and try to take up as much space. I'm like, no,
I feel
let's
like a lot of it's subconscious though. I feel like some people it's conscious, but I feel
wonder
like
if it depends on
I think it's like all subconscious. Yeah,
this is all. Flex. It's very Freudian. It's very like I need to feed this part of my ego.
Well, it's an insecurity, right?
The guy that was, do you remember the guy that was in like the fucking bagel shop and he was getting upset about like women?
Oh yeah.
That guy, like, he strikes me as the kind to like just walk chest to chest into someone as a power move.
Yeah, because he can't be enough of a bitch to be polite to somebody. Right. That's like in their mind.
I wonder if it's legitimately a size thing.
Somebody.
Maybe, I don't know. Like I feel like.
As a bigger dude, you want to be smaller. And I wonder, because there is something to be said about smaller people being more aggressive because they want to put their personality more out there. A lot of people talk about how small people are really angry and adorable, but that's not always true. I find it's just more of an aggression thing. Shut up, Tiny.
I'm not angry.
I wonder if there's actually a percentage of like maybe more small people. I know that dudes that go to the gym that are full of fucking testosterone that'll just run into somebody. I've seen that shit. But I wonder if more on average, like I'm an average sized dude, I just do things and get out of people's way. Bub's a bigger dude, he tries to be smaller, and I wonder if smaller dudes try to...
I think you just naturally try to be what you aren't. You always you always want to be something that you're not. And as always being a big guy, I've always
That's why I've been growing my own boobs my whole life.
Man, I just kind of wonder what it's like to fit in normal sized clothing and shop in places where you regret your $12 shirt purchase and stuff like that.
As a small guy, I can tell you from experience, we do naturally tend to try to inflate ourselves like that one guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my God. Oh, that's perfect. You can't.
You ever seen Tyler 1? That's what he's doing constantly.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got that going on all the time.
He's inflating.
Tyler's kind of jacked though.
That's why I'm just so fucked in the head because I'm very average in like height and everything. I'm just like in the middle, and so I don't know what to do. Am I angry today? Am I like, did I gain 4 pounds? Do I want to get like, I don't know. What do I do?
As far as the escalator conversation, I thought it was just standard procedure to stand as close as you can to the right side, next to the person, regardless if they are affiliated to you in any way, and huff deeply to gather their scent.
And just, occasionally.
I mean, that's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yep. So that, first it seems innocuous when you're getting on, but then soon you're just like, you got a face full of butt cheeks.
Yeah. As a tall guy, I can stand seemingly 4 steps down and just lean in and be like, that's normal. That's fine. You got
some nice booty perfume.
Musk.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
There's some musky cheeks.
Oh, all right. Back to the game. Enough about the musky cheeks. And Misty's face is my favorite right now. It's the best.
You might need to check your colon.
Don't you just love when your boyfriend puts on their colon? Oh, the smell of his colon.
A fresh colon. You can't beat it.
Do not stand in
Hard
front
eyes
of Bubba
emoji.
and escalator.
Stop it. I'm gonna gag.
I love that. I love that that's a thing, though. Oh, I just love a boy's
What
colon.
the? Right? It's my favorite. I feel like that's like a fucking Austin Powers Dr. Evil speech, right? Like,
How do I get pregnant?
freshly shorn.
Yeah.
When you get home and smell his colon.
How to get pregante?
Yeah.
How to get pregante.
Putting you back in your situation, in your element here.
I'm not
Not the
sure.
My
colon,
element
not
is
the
being
colon.
pregante.
Not the colon element. Back in the
Yeah,
tabletop.
I
Pathfinder.
like uncolon. Hold on.
I'd like to man spread the mirror.
God.
Just fucking Ryu in the middle of the room, like, come at me, mirror. Wow, Akintepi, you really are a woman.
Luckily, I haven't had to use any rerolls yet, but this night is still young.
That'll be the one.
It's still coming. I
The
believe.
mirror is sick.
So,
Oh, Pog sub.
Ronan, you've pointed to the bodies and then to the mirror and asked why you are what you are. Neferani charged in. She needed to make a will save. She failed her will save.
No,
Similarly,
she's possessed by a demon.
similarly to that of what was said specifically to Abasi, you feel that tug, the pull. Just like a few fingers draped upon your chin, it sort of guides your head to the left to peer at the mirror. And before, do you recall what you had seen?
Me?
As what?
It was Akintepi, right? Or was it? No, it was Akintepi.
It was Akintepi, or at least what you believed was Akintepi,
Right.
based on the images that you had seen in the murals.
Mm-hmm.
This is different. You see you. You see Neferani. But what's different is that you see a second figure in the mirror. You also see Akintepi, but she's embracing you. She's holding on tightly, and you seem to almost invite it. You don't really let many people touch you. You've been very, very clear about making sure that people stay outside of your bubble.
Good for trying to make out with everybody, but continue.
Well,
Or
I mean, I
playing with the
asked.
goblin.
You did ask, that's true.
It was consensual making out.
Yes.
I'm just making a joke.
I didn't. I would have just. You'd have the pebble by now.
True enough. But this time you see this very, very tall, broad woman draped over your shoulders, holding on to you in almost loving embrace. And it's only as you've seen this that you realize that you feel the warmth on your back. You feel additional heat draping around your neck, going down the front of your armor. You hear the breathing from someone much taller than you, behind you. Sure, there are people that are taller than you inside of this party, but you've seen them behind you or in front of you, not like this, in previous rooms.
Can I move?
Of course you can.
Okay, I'm not going to try to break the embrace, but I'm going to try to kind of pull back slightly to get a look.
So, like, you're turning your head then?
Well, oh, are they embracing me from behind?
Yes.
Can I look? So there's a second person. Is there? So I'm assuming that I'm in the mirror right now.
Yes, you are.
So, but the mirror, can I look at this side of the mirror and to see who's behind me?
In the mirror, you see the reflection as Akintepi. That is that person. You see yourself as Neferani,
Okay,
and the second figure is Akintepi embracing you from behind.
And we don't see anyone hugging her physically, right?
Correct, you do not.
What are you doing?
I'm doing nothing. I asked you about the bodies.
Can I get a perception, please, from Ronan?
Is she in the room with me? Like,
She is.
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
You have 5 rerolls.
Yep.
In an hour and a half.
Come on! mine.
One more. That's it. This is make or break.
Okay,
Sometimes it's better just to accept the darkness.
that's really good comparatively.
You see that the room has sand on the floor.
Honestly,
All right,
it's-
next.
It's a triple take. It takes you a moment, but you speak to her, and as you look up, you look to the mirror, and then you look back again, and you realize that her eyes, while she's talking to you, or at least you believe that she is, she never quite trains her eyes upon you, but she's looking deeply into the mirror. When you glance back to the mirror, she casts no reflection.
Oh, so this is what killed the guys, right? And I turn to Abasi as I say this.
No, that was the bird, me immediate with the axe.
Should I leave the room or should I?
Well, you're not supposed to look at it. It's magical, and if you hit it, it will cut you.
Ronan, you hear this. Give me a will save.
The mirror's like, no, you can't have him. He's mine.
I have one more reroll.
He's on the perception.
Do you use your reroll?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, the white claw.
I think it's the same flavor too.
Raspberry?
Twinsies!
Oh, Pog?
Oh, Bog.
You can't help but feel like at least mildly interested. You've never seen yourself differently. You've seen in the water that you look like a goblin. You have very fitting features. The only thing that differs for you is your eye color. This, however, you are someone much taller. While you feel no immediate compulsion, you have no desire to live vicariously in this moment, it at least piques your interest.
I'd probably raise my eyebrow at it, but I want to fight some shit. I don't want to fight a mirror. And I've had bad experiences with magic.
Okay, that's fair.
And I told him that hitting the mirror will cut himself open, so...
Yeah, I don't want to hurt myself. I just want to hurt other people. So I'm going to move out here and expect the rest of the party to, like, kind of slap some sense into Neferani.
Okay. As you move out, you glance over your shoulder again, and this time you see that the figure is... Their hand is almost outstretched, reaching to you, like, don't go.
I feel it. Do I actually feel it, or do I like
You see
sense
this.
it?
You see this.
I just keep walking. It just creeps me out.
Okay, sure.
Yo, Pilakka, what are they doing? Animals are scared and you have to put a sack over her head and push her through, will you?
I'm actually going to step on the other side of Abasi just so I can note that, because, like, if I saw a hand try to touch me, I'd be like,
It's like, forget that. Let it touch the dwarf.
Pilakka prods Neferani with a finger, like on the arm.
Neferani, you feel this touch to your arm. In the mirror, what you see is the hand come across your upper chest and down the shoulder, and it looks like a few fingers kind of press into your upper arm. But when your eyes train down, you see that it's Pilakka.
Pilakka? Who is this behind me? Who do you see?
Pilakka activates detect magic.
You see,
Pilakka explodes.
Yeah, I'm really worried it's going to be... I don't know how many spells I've cast, so...
under normal circumstances, this would have been a trigger. But it was countered by someone else.
Oh,
okay.
thank you, counterer.
You the
Thank
real
you,
MVP
Faye.
counter.
That would the counterer of this evening for the first would be Phelan of Light.
Phelan, you are my light.
Failing upwards.
That's
Thank
adorable.
You see nothing behind her, but when you glance back to the mirror, it is highly magical. You've experienced this before. It is not your first time.
Just take it off the wall. Wouldn't that solve all of our problems? We just lay it on the ground.
You could, theoretically, but it is as tall as the room and nearly as wide. There's also two large statues that are preventing it from at least immediately falling of its own accord.
I see no one. You see someone?
And I feel them.
Oh God!
There's no one there, and you feel them.
It's like Akhenaten.
I need a perception from anyone trying to listen as she whispers.
I'm not gonna hear that from over here.
Donkor, it's difficult, but you can make out a few of the words. You can see the mouth move, and it mutters out Akentepi. Pilakka, you're close. You can hear this.
Okay. Pilakka swings her staff just behind Neferani's back, like stopping just short of her back.
You managed to do just that. Doesn't really seem to have any effects.
What do I see?
Are you watching Pilakka, or are you watching the mirror?
I'm watching Pilakka. Well, I say no. I'm watching the mirror.
You don't see anything. Pilakka isn't even there.
Last time we were here, you said don't look at the mirror, and we should be on our way. Is there any way we can pull her away from this mirror without, I don't know, she's being touched by something?
Pilakka starts backing up across the room and waving her staff, tantalizing like a cat toy. He's like, come!
So you're waving this in front of her face, then? Okay. Neferani, give me a will save.
I can do that.
I believe.
I believe.
Neferani, the difficulty it seems almost ever increasing. Despite Pilakka's attempts to razz you, to draw you forward, she shakes her staff in your vision, but it's like you're peering beyond it. It's almost as if you're in a conversation that seems to be very dull. It's not interesting in the slightest, and your eyes seem to fall beyond that, like you're looking beyond the spectrum. And you can see Akentepi peering around the room, but then peering back down to you. She seems to lean down. You feel heat. Breath on your neck. Where you have fur, it almost seems to break away, but it's just enough. This mild saturation. A pinch to your shoulder, and when you glance tightly back to the mirror, it almost seems as if she is lightly biting your shoulder.
What are you doing? Stop.
I don't know what's happening. I haven't even walked into the room yet. You're telling me to stop?
Her eyes are trained on you, Pilakka, but she doesn't quite seem to have any attention to this moment. She's watching on. Just, what are you doing? Stop, as you're shaking your stick in her face. You muted?
I stopped shaking the stick.
It doesn't seem to startle her whatsoever. She is still into this moment.
Do I notice that do we all notice that she's like totally out of it?
She's entranced, very much so.
I don't have any spells for this.
Would it harm her in any way if I just pulled her out of the room on my way towards you guys? And I'm sure that I can make it without looking at a mirror.
Probably not.
All right, so Donkor is going to start walking on the other side of the room towards Neferani and try to pull her towards the rest of the gang.
How do you do this? Do you just grab her by the wrist? Do you
grab her by the shoulder area, trying to physically move her as if like to walk alongside of her?
Sure. When you grab onto her arm, trying to guide her out, it's naturally she is furred all the way down. So you find your hand kind of slipping, and as you do so, Neferani, the experience becomes almost even more intimate than previously. You feel this hand, this very large hand, drape across your right shoulder and pull your arm outward, and you feel the fingertips rising underneath your arm down the length of your wrist, your forearm down to your hands, and it seems to pull for a moment before you hear that same voice as you did previously, whispering directly into your ear, the heat of breath again on the nape of your neck, stretching across the distance of your ear. You can be my thief. You can stay. I'll keep you.
Oh shit. Do I have a choice if I want to stay or not?
It depends.
And what do you mean?
You have to depict this as Neferani.
Well, no, I'm asking this of her.
Oh, you're speaking to her. Gotcha.
Yes.
So you're speaking out loud, and I can hear you.
I'm speaking out loud. Yes.
Okay. No, no, we're taking you to the other side. That's what's happening. Can you hear me? And obviously now.
I'm sure you can hear this. But it's almost like give me a will save. Let's see how this is determined.
Is that me with the will save?
Mm-hmm. It just manages to break your concentration, and you hear him shout at you, "Can you hear me?" And you realize that he has your wrist. Do you say anything to him?
This room is clearly not good for you, and we need to leave.
How much can I say? Like, can I? So I heard him say that, and I see that he has my arm.
Yeah, the compulsion is still there, but you can still respond to him. You just have this draw, like it doesn't feel bad. It feels to be desired is a pleasant feeling across all cultures, and you feel that, even though this is your ally and he's trying to compel you out of the room.
Akentepi wants me to stay.
And that's fine. That's clearly a trick. We need to leave before something happens to you.
Can I hear all of that?
Yeah, you can hear it just fine.
But she wants me to stay.
Oh, so you're great. Last time she asked you to stay, she scarred your forehead forever, right?
This is a mirror. This isn't real. And Abasi's right. She marked you last time.
Right, she's right there.
I'm more real than you might know.
She's right here.
And that's fine. I don't see her. Therefore, she's not here. We're leaving. And I now begin to put more force into moving her out of the room.
This is fine, my thief. You may come back anytime. And you feel fingertips stipple down your spine past your armor, almost like a drag and a slight rake of claws.
So I'm not, if I'm not going to resist being pulled, but I'm also not going to like cooperate. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go with him. He'll have to pull me if he wants me to leave.
That's exactly what's being done. Is I am literally side by side to you right now, dragging you out of the room.
Sure, and you are removed from the room. It seems to almost hang like an itch in the back of your mind. Like you kind of always fall back to it, but you know that there is a job, that you're here for a reason, and you know that there is an ever-present threat that is tied to Akentepi and your very life.
So I'm basically, am I really just kind of fuzzy?
It's a little fuzzy. It's like that mild infatuation, that butterfly sense in the bottom of your gut.
Okay.
Entirely up to you what it is that you feel in that moment, but this is a draw on your compulsions.
So why did she wants me to, she just wants me to help her. She just wants me to, and I'll just like kind of motion towards the other room.
We want you to help us.
I know.
Who is more important?
Abasi will just hold up one of his water skins slightly open on the palm of his hand in front of her face, and then slap his other hand down on top of it. Just like, spraying her with water.
Sure.
Do catfolk hiss?
You tell me. This is your narrative.
Right. Ah! What the? Why? Why would you do that?
Oh, look at that! She's back!
Back what? I didn't leave.
No, you were just in a trance and probably about to be possessed or something. I don't know. You were looking at a mirror, saying that something was touching you in very intimate ways.
The mirror.
Yes, and we're leaving.
You still realize that up to this point, that feeling on your wrist, the hand that you felt, you look down and Donkor still has your hand, and it sort of confuses your line of thought for a moment.
Wow.
Did you want the stone?
No. I wanted you to leave the room.
To get the stone?
No.
Is that what they're saying now? You could get a stone.
Right, it's like Netflix. It's stone and chill.
Yeah.
Nick, buddy, you want a stone and chill?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Are you asking Jared?
But what?
Whatever she wants, she only wants from you and Abasi. She doesn't want me. She doesn't want the goblin. She doesn't want the old burb. She doesn't want any of us.
You
she only wants.
Herb.
I thought she liked me.
I don't know who she likes and who she doesn't. All I know is I need all of you alive right now to do whatever it is that Abasi needs to find so we can get out of here and we can all live.
Perceptions, please, everyone.
Damn it. Yeah.
Okay. A scream from deeper inside of the tomb of Akentepe. You do not know if it is man. You do not know if it is a woman. But there is a scream.
What the? Abasi will immediately start going. All he can think is, did that idiot that we told that Akentepe was a woman try and come in here alone during the fucking hell tornado of Wati?
Oh, you mean the cute lady?
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's very cute when somebody eats her.
Listen, I just hope that's not the case. You, Neferani, walk in front of me. The rest of you, I'll be back here so no one is caught by some mirror whatever magical force. I don't even know. Let's go.
Sounds good.
So, who takes point?
I will.
Abasi's already gone.
I got the armor and the shield, dude. Listen, I might not be as tanky as the bard, but I have to put up a good front.
But you had your armor fixed.
I did. She still has ridiculous AC.
What's your AC?
If I put up a good front, you mean take point?
I have 18.
I have 21.
Yeah. You see my problem?
What's your HP though?
That, on the other hand,
He's got a lot.
A lot. A lot's a good way to put that.
You have other innate differences between the barbarian that is going to explain, like, you just resist spells better than he does by a great deal, just because you're dwarven.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my will, just on its own. And then with a +2 to poison and spell-like effects on top of whatever I roll.
It's a good save. It's a really good save.
Good wasted save.
I'm curious here. Let's take a look. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Abasi.
I'm Wilbur. What's up?
As you pass through the doors.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
You seem to look down both paths. There is 2 husks of scarab-like creatures. These giant digging beetles.
That I wanted to tame.
Yep.
Yeah.
The mining beetles. The opposite path leads you up a series of steps. At the base of those steps while it is rather faint, there's not much light in here. You see what looks to be a heap of potentially a body. You can at the very least see a boot.
So it's like up here at the top?
It's
or is it like
there?
About there? Okay. So I don't know if they're alive yet. You can see a boot and a body. All right. Well, I'm going to ready my gear because there's no point in walking into what just destroyed somebody without a sword and shield in hand.
Okay.
And I will let my party know. Donkor, I think I found what screamed. I'm going to go have a look.
Well, by all means. And I have no interest in being the first one to walk forward.
I'm with you, brother.
All right, well, just be very aware of it. Everything past.
Is there like stuff I should be worried about, like traps or?
Yeah, don't touch the sarcophagus. In fact, it's just the stairs up there past the body where it goes to the big gold thingy. Don't go up there. It's all magic and this Pilakka's deal.
Whatever it is, that entire staircase area, that anything that's stone, don't touch.
But I can touch the stairs, right?
No.
So, well, these ones are okay.
Am I supposed to hover?
No, those you can definitely touch. The ones inside the room, you can.
It's on his Scooty Buff Jr.
Okay.
Donkor, though you've managed to move forward. You glance back and you realize that Nef is not quite with you, though she's managed to escape the mirror room. She still stands in the room with the steps, the small hallway where the sandling was fought, and there's almost this like strange sense of longing to her. But do you trudge on, Misty? Does Neferani continue moving?
I'll trudge on. I feel like she would go with them. She knows she likes them enough. She's connected to them. I don't feel as if I've been made to feel that this was that compelling. Like it's definitely something that she kind of wants to follow through on, but not at the expense of her friends.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Takes her a moment, but she shakes this feeling off and she moves forward.
And she is still, in our eyes, our party leader.
Correct. Abasi, as you climb to the top of the steps.
I did a perceivy boy to see if I could.
And still, you managed to blow it out of the water. I don't know how you're doing it, but well
I don't know what's up with his perceptions, but I love
everything you've rolled is over 21.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, that's
literally.
That's accurate, which is great.
I've hacked roll 20.
You reach the top of the steps and you recognize the garb. It is all too familiar. It's one of your father's men. Or was one of your father's men.
Inspecting the body, can I figure what happened? Did he run into the fire force field we found out about?
You can actually tell what's happened to him immediately. His skin draped tightly over the bone, yet there seems to be no matter to it beneath. It looks like something sucked him dry.
Dehydrated him completely.
Where his eyes are just sort of like dehydrated raisins, just down to this little scrimping bit.
Well, kneeling next to the body, I will call for Pilakka, because this is Pilakka's. Oh, one of my dad's men came down and got fried. Well, that raises a question. When did he have time to send men here if we were here and the tower was flying above Wati?
Pilakka's ignoring his questions, but just rifling through the body. She's first things first, take the eyes. And then I want to look for any signs of puncture wounds.
Sure. Give me a heal.
Mm-hmm. A heal you shall have. Damn, my rolls a bit butt.
Assist him?
How would you do so?
Well, he's searching, so I have to find out what he's looking for first. I'll lean in and be like,
okay,
can I help? There's a lot of real estate of a dead body to cover, and I don't really feel good just standing here.
Maybe you can turn the body for
I'll
me.
set the DC for this at 10. If you break a heal of 10, then you can offer 4 to Pilakka.
I have really good news for you, Blacklight.
Oh my god. Your rolls are not but.
It's +9. I couldn't have failed that.
Okay.
I also have a +9. I just rolled a 4.
Remember, you still have rerolls. You can still use those if you like.
You have 5. I've used all of mine.
And that's adding 4?
Yeah.
We've got about an hour left.
Yeah, I'll take a reroll.
Okay, sure.
Wow. I'll pass. No more rerolls. That's what it's supposed to be.
Sure. No,
It's at a +9.
you don't see any puncture wounds. Nothing additionally so that may result in like a loss of blood or water or anything of that sort. His skin looks almost dehydrated from exsanguination, but there's no puncture. What you can see is that his skin looks very strange. It almost feels leathery in nature, but it seems like it almost likes to stick, sort of like a shark skin, where it's sort of like hooked by nature, so it kind of feels like it's scouring,
rough.
yeah, or rough. But this feels leathery. It feels very rough, and it almost seems to like kind of grab at your own skin.
I'm going to stop touching it immediately.
Okay.
And then recommend that Abasi do the same. And then I'm going to activate Detect Magic. First looking at the body and then into the room.
Because we did find out that whole top area had like some sort of flame trap on it.
There's something, yeah.
I'm going to laugh really hard if he's activated the trap and there's no flames anymore.
Did he pee all his blood out?
Yeah, I'm thinking more like it sucked all of his guts out of his mouth or something.
Yeah.
I'm a little afraid that Kentepi's wife or whatever we're slowly resurrecting them now too.
Oh God.
From what you can see inside of this magical spectrum is similar to what you had previously. All of the same things still lie. The body has nothing magical upon it. It seems to emit no even latent or passing magical aura.
What if she's like the mummy from The Mummy, where he has to like take the life essences of people to make himself whole?
Lots of people in Wati really defenseless.
Yeah. Because like if he was exsanguinated and there's no puncture wounds, it's like sucked it out like a vacuum cleaner, like a Dyson.
That's what I'm thinking. He got what's it called? Dementored.
Yeah.
But physically.
Right.
So I'm thinking, so remind me, it's the sarcophagus itself that's mostly magical, or is it the obelisks?
What you're experiencing is what looks to be some sort of a cage around it natively, where it breaks from this darker stone into the lighter stone itself. You can see that there is what looks to be some kind of arcane cage around it. And inside, there are additional magical properties, specifically on the sarcophagus.
All right. Pilakka sort of budges without really asking for what she wants. Pilakka instead goes to the top of the stairs and then budges Abasi and Ronan back off of the staircase. I guess it's up to them if they want to listen or not, but
you are the magical expert. I have no reason to not listen to you.
So we're
I'm
not
shooing you away.
We're not going in the room? Okay,
He just
bird
wants
lady.
to make sure the room doesn't explode on us first.
And then I'm going to produce a piece of charcoal, and on the wall next to me, I'm going to start drawing a stick figure stable with a little stick figure horsey in it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run that down. I'm going to take the charcoal. I'm going to run kind of like almost like a bomb fuse, just like a line connected that now goes to the floor and then down a couple of steps until it's down about to here. And then tap that twice and then use Summon Monster to make an actual pony suddenly burst forth from the wall out of this stable, kind of like shifts into the third dimension for a second, but a full like actual pony comes galloping out and then runs onto the platform.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Seeing what he's doing, I immediately try and get a shield up between them and what's happening.
Before I do this, can I do that? It's up to you if it's too late for this. I want to cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wild magic is procced 3 times in the last 6 seconds.
Oh, God. So there's the Summon Monster. It also takes a bag and a small candle, so I didn't put that in my ritual anywhere.
So what this sort of looks like, you can see Pilakka has taken this bit of charcoal, this small piece, and seems to kind of scriven into the wall and traces a line, this small fuse-like line downward. And then as she rises back up, she drops her staff and she like swings her clenched fist into the wall, and this like almost 3D stable pops out, and a pony seems to emerge from it in its charcoal and like wax-like form, and it seems to collide with a wall. You see it rear up, and it looks like the wax and charcoal has seemingly pushed back against it, so it's sort of deforming the pony in and of itself, and it's almost like it's shaping it from this weird waxen sculpture, the summoned creature, into what is more akin to like a very flat-faced animal, more like a bulldog or maybe a pug of sorts.
Shield of force. A wall of force. Invisible. But surrounding the platform. So what killed your father's friend?
Well, the only thing I worry about is that, to our knowledge, this room doesn't go anywhere, so they're in here.
Oh my god.
You got it.
I got 4. You know what? I'm re-rolling that.
Okay.
Taking another re-roll.
That's
much better.
That's really good.
Oh my god.
Your false light sucked.
All of my life rolls suck. I currently have 10 HP. Well, okay. Now I have a temporary 12 on top of that.
All right. Sounds good. False life looks good. What are your intentions now that you've found this wall of force?
I kind of want to ask Abasi to huck the body at it, but I don't know if he'll do that.
You could ask another person to huck a body.
Would one of you strapping lads care to help me test the magical properties by picking up that corpse and hurling it at the platform?
Can I have a pony later? Like that one? Just
yes.
Immediately picks up the body and throws it.
Abasi goes over to Smoky. You have to respect
Much
it.
later.
Give me a strength.
This is already happening. He's getting one twirl shot putted.
Yeah, it's sloppy. It doesn't really look great. Most of the matter inside of this person itself is probably down. Like you're looking at maybe like 40 or 50 pounds based upon the gear and what seems to be left of the bones, maybe a little bit of flesh. But you just chuck this body upward, and it seems to break past this practically invisible to you, but visible to them, this wall of force. It passes right through. It seems to hit the second pyre of magic, and it also clips the sarcophagus. Something that you hadn't expected to happen. The sarcophagus shakes for a moment, and then the mouth of it rattles up and is about an inch lifted.
Abasi is dumbfounded. Just like fish out of water, mouth flapping in the air, confused.
So he throws the body. It goes through the force field that we expected it to hit. And then the sarcophagus went...
Not really making much in the way of noise. It just sort of clipped and went... like just tilted up. The body lays there, right next to the sarcophagus.
So it just kind of popped open like a thing of Kool-Aid. Just the lid kind of like opened up a little bit.
Kind of, sort of.
We good or?
Yeah, makes sense.
I know not.
Do I get my pony now?
Is there any cheese?
Where's my pony?
We still know not what killed Abasi's father's acquaintance. We know not what this enchantment does. We know not who screamed.
I can go get another body.
That may be prudent.
Abasi's like, no, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you. I'm really quickly going to make sure that we're alone.
We're certainly not. Someone is screaming down here.
Yeah, well, I'm going to check the fake, what you call it, the false wall.
There's a false wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
the
did pass through
fake
a
magic
false wall.
wall over here that I'm going to stick my head through and just take a look down the hallway.
Sure. It appears
Right,
fine.
I forgot about that.
There's a lot of
Isn't there
footfall
two
through
of
here,
them?
but from what you can tell, it seems like it's mostly yours and everybody else's.
So I don't think that anybody has found the secret chamber, just that he ran into that.
Correct.
But it's clearly not the force field that killed him. So whatever did that is in that room.
Maybe the doors were open though.
Did we close the doors last time?
You also don't know how long this man has been dead.
Yeah, they might not have been the one that screamed. Look at the
I don't
outside.
think
This
it is.
room's okay, right? It's just the middle.
Say what?
There's no spells around the outside of the room, right? It's just the middle.
But yes.
Because there's another door.
Did we check this door previously?
We've never been over there.
You have not.
Okay, I'm gonna walk around and use my detect magic toward the door.
Peering at the door itself, you notice that it is slightly cracked. It is a door that seems to not have much in the way of a split in its center. It doesn't open up like some of the doors above. This is a rise and fall. Something will cause it to open, something will cause it to close. But there is a small, what seems to be like berth between the floor and the bottom of the door itself. It's probably about half an inch.
The door is cracked already. Shall we inspect?
Oh, could very well be where our screamer was, and for all we know, they have more information. And we need that before they find themselves dead.
It could be a creature that mimics the screams of humanoids to feed.
It could be, and I would deserve to die for my lack of prudence. But I can't just leave somebody in Akantepe's tomb in the middle of the apocalypse, can I?
I mean,
Whatever gets you to open the door.
he kind of wants us to stay.
We're not staying. Number one. Number two, I don't want anyone to die.
Ronan,
I don't.
as they continue to talk, this is your first time being inside of this room. And, well, it's a little befuddling. You're not really sure why you're not just walking up. It is, however, like in and of its sense, it's a stage. There are two stone like statues or guardians. They are dog-faced men, and they have staves in their hand. The staff itself seems to be some sort of weapon of sorts, or like a measuring, like a scale. I'm not sure if you've ever seen anything like that. But behind it, it seems to protect what looks to be a solid gold sarcophagus.
Is that me just hearing that?
No, I definitely heard that as well.
It's Jared.
Oh, sorry,
again.
it's just kicking.
Oh, I was like, is that a train?
I thought you were asking if you're the only one that heard what he just said. I'm like, I thought he was describing things to you. What's happening?
I'm listening. I'd probably be odd, but I'm still motivated to find out like what is going on and investigate. I don't know, like investigative mode.
Fling yourself in. What would Ronan do in this situation? What about Donkor and Nef? You guys still waiting at the mouth of the room?
I think, I think I'm probably pretty daisy. Like that's how I've kind of been, like just like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting for them to be like, we have an idea. At this point, I'm like, Donkor is more like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it to them. I'm just gonna look out for things.
Sure. Okay. Ronan. You move. Confusion, concern, curiosity.
I'm just trying to be perceptive of like any enemies or anything. I am observing the obviously it's extravagant and it's something I haven't really seen before, like a golden sarcophagus and giant statues of dogs.
Yeah. Dog-faced men.
Yeah. But I'm trying to be perceptive at the same time to make sure that I can fuck up whatever comes near me.
Okay.
It's really foreign to me. So I'm kind of on edge.
Sure. Abasi, Pilakka. Ronan's moved up. He's feigned at least an interest in us thus far. He's very alert, you can tell.
Then I am going to attempt to open this door.
Okay, there is a lever. It seems to be tucked into
That's
the
a
side
first.
of the door.
We're just gonna brute force them all so far. I'm gonna be really mad when we go back to it. It's like lever there, lever there. There was a lever there. That one that you broke your javelin on, there's a lever there.
There's a lever marked an Agent Osirian deactivate golden tomb trap.
Yeah. And there's the two members of the party that know Ancient Assyrian. They're like, it's just graffiti.
This is nonsense.
So I guess I'll pull the lever, man.
Interesting.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Oh
choice.
boy, he said
I always
interesting.
love that word.
You pull the lever. Well,
Wrong lever.
let's get initiative.
And now the door on the right opens and all of the fucking creepy shit comes out.
75 zombies.
I think
We just released the lines on ourselves.
Things change.
I'm gonna use one of those. It doesn't matter. No. I'm gonna save it for
Oops.
combat.
It actually tells you now when you fuck up. Oh, and now I went down to
did I?
5 because I fucked
I
up.
thought I rolled already.
If you don't select
on,
yourself, it gets mad at you.
Aw.
What do you mean? You went up. You went up from 9. I went down from 11.
I got a 20 there. Apparently it didn't track because or maybe that was Ronan that said oh no. It said you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Because you have to
Yeah, that's what
select
it-
your
yeah,
physical
you have to select your
token
token.
before
That's
you
okay.
roll.
I can
I
make it
fucked up
happen.
too.
Wait, did it fuck up again?
No. Yours is on now.
Is it?
Is that scroll? Yeah, yours is on now. It scrolls.
Okay. Can I make that bigger? Sweet.
Yeah, the bottom corner. I was just the same thing. I was like, what
All
the
right, so
fuck is
Abasi has
this?
5, Neferani has 4,
Why am
Pilakka
I,
has 20.
why am I at the bottom?
I just haven't changed it yet. Just
Oh, you have to manually
Yep.
change it?
Yep, I've got to set it as declining.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
as you pull the lever, you hear the stone of the door beginning to rise, but opposite that, rivaling back to Neferani and Donkor. You have seconds to make a decision, the equivalent of a reflex save in and of itself. The door before you begins to fall. It's closing.
So I have to do a reflex real quick? I'm
You have to make a decision. Do you go in or do you wait outside?
Wait, we have a lever to open that door back up unless it doesn't work.
That's why you have to make the decision. I just need to know right now. 3, 2,
I'm gonna
One.
stay.
you stay. Okay, Neferani. You stay or go?
Am I on the other side of where everybody is, just as a percent?
I'm assuming that you're right next to the Donkor.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just have to move your token.
So if Donkor, I just hold on. I'm super zoomed in, and I'm like, wait, where is? I don't.
I think you're all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah. I just hadn't ever. I had been talking without moving.
Oh, so you did go in then?
I would still be with Donkor because he was moving with me.
Okay.
So
well,
I would say if I was in front of Donkor,
That's the boss.
Yeah.
okay. So if I'm with, I would still be with Donkor. So
Okay.
I would say if. Am I still in front of you, Donkor?
As far as I know.
yeah. I mean,
Then I try to go underneath the door.
okay. Give me a reflex.
Wait, is it? Hold on. Reflex. Hold on.
Very good. Neferani, you quickly lead into the room. Just enough, you feel it close almost upon your tail. You dart inside. The quick noise as the door shuts. I have to draw a line here so you can't see inside, sir.
This is fun. They're all gonna die.
Okay, you can loot us that.
You say as though you are completely safe now, cut off from the party.
I can run.
Okay. This is where it becomes challenging, because as the door seems to fall below, and this one begins to rise, what looks a bit strange to you is, well, is this. I'm gonna go back under this layer, breaking this door right here. And you see what looks to be a grate. The water. You remember the water that separated the hull? Where was it flowing? What was happening? Why? Why here? And why now?
I try and slam the lever back.
The lever recesses into the door. You've activated my trap card. As this occurs in your initiative, the water begins to flow. Pilakka, you're next. What do you do?
I'm gonna get in a corner and chill.
Okay. You begin to chill. What do we have from Ronan?
So there's water moving towards us?
It is starting to flow, yes.
God damn it. I'm gonna follow right behind Abasi. Whatever he does, I'll follow right.
Sure, you
right
have
away.
action then. Donkor.
I just saw the door close up in front of me, and I'm alone. First thing I'm going to try to do really quick is there was a level. Why? Wow, I can't speak. Lever here.
Yes.
And I'm going to try to pull said lever.
Thank God, I was expecting the words Donkor goes home.
Tempted.
You try to pull the lever. Give me a strength check. Donkor.
Wow.
Your lever snaps.
Oh, shit!
Too strong.
Well then.
The door doesn't budge. You're now holding what looks to be some sort of metal fitting, a lever of sorts. Anything else?
I can only do one more action, right?
Yeah. A move or a standard.
Then I'm gonna hold for my next turn.
Got it. Okay. Abasi.
I'm going to sheath my sword and shield as I don't need them.
Okay.
And I remember the layout of the dungeon. Does that mean Abasi remembers the layout of the dungeon?
You would at least likely remember where the water was coming from.
Because what I'm remembering is that there's a room that we went into. It seemed like a closet. It led nowhere. It is directly off of this room.
Yeah, it's to the left, isn't it?
Yup,
Well,
it
out of
should be over there-ish.
Okay.
I haven't obviously been able to see through walls, but we were there. It's in that direction. So in knowing that, I have in my backpack a pickaxe.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the room is filling with water, and the bird went to go take a nap. And I don't have Donkor. Suddenly I'm getting the feeling that maybe we should get the fuck out of this room because all the levers are gone and we're filling with water.
Sure.
So I'm going to try and hit this wall with a pickaxe.
Okay. All right. Make an attack for me. It's going to be strength plus base attack bonus.
Strength plus dab. So my strength was 7. So it's... Wow! Wow, I'm going to use one of those rerolls.
I thought you might.
Wow! We found them!
You've got
We found the bad rolls.
you've got a bunch more.
Do we try a third one right now? Yeah, I guess we do. I'm feeling a little bit better with that.
Okay. You manage to strike the wall. And as soon as your pickaxe hits the sandstone itself, it seems to just like leave this big hunk that just sort of like pops out at you. But you can tell that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for you to break through this.
Oh, great! Pilakka! Find us a bloody way to stop that water!
Neferani.
Can I use my action at any point?
Yeah.
Since I wasn't okay. I'm just gonna follow behind him
Okay.
and then be like, do you want some help?
Ronan, I've never asked you for this before. It's a first. I'm very excited. I need you to kill that wall.
Do you have an extra pickaxe?
I've got the shovel and the crowbar.
I guess I could hit it with a crowbar?
You can also hit it with your sword. It's just sandstone.
It's also just my sword?
Yeah. Aren't you the kind of person and the kind of goblin who takes the give me a big hunk of metal and let me hit people with it?
I guess I hit it with my sword. So I do it. Yeah, the wall.
Okay, give me damage.
I've never seen him attack before. I'm excited for this.
So, all right.
You take a huge swing into it, and despite your best efforts, despite the many men that you felled before in the Ludus and in the training center and fighting in the Coliseum, this is different. You've never had to fight a wall.
I could say this is a first.
He's quite a stiff character. He doesn't really budge much. You managed to put a thick crease into the wall itself, but not much of a response as you were expecting. You didn't quite hear the lamentations of him or his women, unfortunately. But you've swung.
Soon, TM.
Soon. That's right.
Soon.
Now, Nef, since he broke right in front of you, now it's your turn.
So, do I feel any compulsion in this room? Like,
nope.
Am I still okay? I'm just.
This has become Minecraft.
So, what's? I'm gonna. I'm just gonna use my turn to kind of go over close to Abasi and Ryu and just kind of. I feel like she's kind of dazed still a little bit and just not sure what's going on. I just dove under a door and I don't know what like I don't feel like that she has her bearings to do anything other than just like, why is it wet?
I was gonna say that's the real question. Has the water hit you yet?
Yeah, why is there wet here?
It is not yet. Not quite.
Right, but can I see that there's wet in the room?
You can see the water is starting to flow from the hall. Yes.
Right. Why is the water? Why is that?
Abasi's just like attacking the wall, going, I don't know why it's that. It turns out Okantepi's a little bit of a dick and wants to drown away every problem she's ever had.
She wouldn't drown me.
Oh, you say that, but look at your head.
I have swim.
Do you have hold breath?
I'm glad that I took it.
I'm covered in heavy armor. My swim is negative.
Okay.
I'm almost naked. I also have ride, so if somebody wants to summon like a seahorse or something, that'd be sweet.
So now if you've moved over,
I can summon a dolphin.
You ask what this is all about, but they just keep picking away at the wall. Unless you have any other action, we're gonna move to the next round.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Upon my round, you can hear Ronan speaking about, I can swim, all is fine, we'll be safe. And that's about the time that you hear the splitting of the sconces. The 4 sconces in the room themselves, they drift apart. And you see these 4 metallic ribboned wires run down the length of the wall. Suddenly, they begin to animate, and you hear this. You can see light flipping from the bottom. It's electricity.
I, however, is not shockproof.
But how though?
And this is when the water really comes on.
Oh, shit!
The water begins flooding onto the room. You're not sure what happened. You did hear a tick in the wall nearest the entrance. Maybe it was Donkor trying to save you. The water begins to fill the room at a rate of 4 inches around. That's every 6 seconds, 4 inches of water floods the room.
Ronan's not very tall.
You know, that's a good perception. Didn't need a 28 to see that. Pilakka.
Pilakka, please turn off the electricity. Pilakka, please.
I'm not sure how I'd do that.
Pilakka, please.
What is the water coming out of?
From the hall where the door was opened, that last lever where the door swung upward, the water is starting to flood into the room at a substantially faster rate.
But from the from where the lever was, or from the grate?
From the grate, the duct grate.
Okay.
You have
How big is that?
You have that moment where you recall hearing Farhan speak of how there are finger systems that run from the Sphinx River all through Wati, and most homes have their own very small well. Some of them, the wealthier homes, have much larger wells.
Right.
And it's substantial in size. It's probably every bit of 10 feet across by about 3 feet wide. Or 3 feet deep.
I'm going to use levitate and hover off the ground.
I figured you might.
So Pilakka's just going to be like, ooh, and then just kind of like take a seat as the black feathers materialize underneath her and raise her up. And then I'm going to raise up. Do these pillars go straight to the ceiling?
Yes, they do.
They do. And the sconces have the wires.
Yes, they do.
Coming from them.
Mm-hmm.
When I get to the how high up is the sconce?
It is I think it was a 20-foot ceiling. It's the largest room that you've encountered up to this point.
Okay, and they're pretty high up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to get up there and see if I can see any like mechanism or anything on the sconce.
Okay, sure. You will. It's going to be fairly easy for you to see it. It's a live wire. You're not sure where it starts, but you can see that inside of this, they're tethered up and they seem to be releasing electricity in some sort of pattern.
Okay. I can't cast another spell this turn. Probably can't attack. I think that's got to be my turn.
Okay. Donkor.
Okay, so before I run somewhere, how broken that like how much that I break this lever?
It's mostly a nubbin. It's this small little stump at the base of the mechanism.
The craggle isn't going to help that.
So what you're saying is that I can still find a way to switch this.
Feasibly, depending. What would you like to try?
I have an axe.
Oh, you have an axe. Jesus Christ.
I have an axe!
That moment when you're hoping the rogue rogues real roguey like, and he's like, I have an axe.
But he's got an axe!
He's got an axe.
It's like when they set up that one seemingly useless thing in the beginning of the movie and it saves the day at the end.
Yeah.
The axe is a MacGuffin. You need to name it that.
That when he gets shot later and the axe is taking the bullet in his shirt, he was like, "Oh my god!"
That's not a MacGuffin. It's in screenwriting terms. That's a payoff.
We have to
A setup and a payoff.
the least roguey rogue that was ever.
Yeah, sure. No, that makes sense. Like your specifications are on speaking, right? Like
It could also be.
if Zanjifar was here, then this would have worked because
Yeah,
his
we'd all be
specifications were
dead
that.
by now.
Yeah, basically.
I successfully picked a lot of locks.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I don't think we.
I did.
You're
lever.
You're a tall, strong boy. I believe in you.
Adorable.
You leave Zanjifar alone.
Ree's gonna kick the shit out of me in 3 weeks.
but more really, he's gonna. I'm gonna try to use the axe to like shove it in and above where the stub is, and try to, or below, whichever way is opening the door.
This is the most fighter approach to a trap I've ever seen. I love it. I love it. This is exactly what I would have done in your situation.
All right, how do I do this?
So you're trying to force this into its into the
into the crevice, so that way I can use it as like the leverage or the lever itself.
Okay, all right, sure, sounds good. Let's see what you got. You know that it's a metal haft, or excuse me, a wooden haft. You can't put as much pressure on this as you had previously to the other, or at least as far as you're aware. So you give me a strength check. Let's just see if you can just cram this thing in there.
But it is a masterwork. All
Yes.
right, let's see.
That's
Re-
not exceptional. Let's see what you get in the reroll.
Woo!
That's significantly better. Now give me a dex. Let's see how you manage to do this, because you got to guide this thing in right, man. You just can't cram it into the thigh of the device.
Again.
That's a lot better too. There we go.
Wow.
Takes a little bit of effort, but you're able to guide it just right and slam it into the base of the mechanism itself. Now, what would you like to try to do? You don't have much of your turn left.
I'm going to. Well, the only other thing that I would want to do is to try to use it to open the door.
Okay.
I mean, is that a strength check?
Yeah, give me strength to try to
yes.
hoist the mechanism.
I reroll that.
Wow.
That's really good. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
Wow! What?
It's not
Yikes.
enough. Remember, critical fails and natural 20s on skills don't automatically mean you succeed or fail.
True.
Yeah.
He physically can't succeed.
Correct. Unless he had help or something was adding to his chances of success. But though you rolled
Pile
that
the
20,
dead bodies on your axe.
Oh, you have a +0. Okay.
correct.
Yeah, I'm not a strong boy.
Yeah.
Abasi,
Okay, well then that ends my turn.
And Abasi.
you're up, bud.
Well,
go ahead.
we're just gonna keep hitting this fucking thing as hard as we can with everything that we have. I need to chip away at it as much as possible before we lose
All right,
traction,
then give me attacks, please. Attacks
so
and
that
damage.
I can shoulder slam this shit.
Wow.
What's your damage, sir?
I don't know. Remember that I am using a pickaxe.
Oh, then it's a D4.
It's a D4.
D4
Okay.
plus your strength modifier. You just chip and chip and chip, but it doesn't ever really seem like it's getting through much. Give me perception, Abasi.
I have perception. Of course, those are good.
Behind this small pinhole that you've created, you see stone. Not actual sandstone, like legitimate cut stone.
All right. Well, I have one fucking option, but it's the end of my turn, so that option's next turn.
Are you going to tell me to stop?
Abasi will look at you and go, "Give me a hole. I'm gonna blow it open."
Oh shit. Oh shit, that's horrifying. All right, Ronan. Ronan, Abasi has this wild look. He asks for a hole in the wall.
I'm going to give him what he wants.
Okay. It has almost minimal effect on damage. It's just seemingly not enough. You hit it, but you're just leaving like rake marks in the wall. It's almost as if you've like taken a pen or a pencil and just drawn a line where you struck. Remember, non-moving matter has a hardness. You have to break that number, and then it has its own hit points. If you can't break past the hardness, you don't hit the hit points.
Mm-hmm. I don't think this is going anywhere, Dwarf Man.
Neferani, your feet are wet.
I'm gonna. I can pick up what is getting put down. Can I? I know that. I don't have time to really have a conversation here. I don't have anything that can. Oh my god! I don't really have anything that can do anything. Let me see. Additional. All right, hold on. I got a blanket. Wait, hold on. What are you doing?
Because the only other option I can see that we have besides blowing a hole here is to rip off the grate and fight the water back up to that tunnel, which seems like it just floods the room faster. Then you'd be dealing with water current, so for the weaker characters, you probably wouldn't make the trek.
I think depending on the way the wires are set up, another option might be to cut the wires.
But I mean, that stops our electricity, but will it stop the room from filling with water?
The water might not fill the entire room, and if the water continues to fill the room, then eventually it'll get to a point where it'll be easier for us to reach the grate. Although by then it might be back up to the electricity source.
Does Whisper work through walls?
Cue Whisper for me. Let's see.
I'm sorry, not Whisper, message.
Those nearby can hear these messages with a DC 25. You point your finger at each creature you want to receive the message. When you whisper, you have to be able to see them.
1 foot of stone, 1 foot of stone,
Oh.
1 inch of common metal, or 3 feet of wood or dirt blocks the spell. Is it 1 foot?
The door is really thick.
Yeah, but is it 1 foot thick?
But is it?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'll leave it down to a percentage roll here. They have pretty much foolproofed this plan as far as traps go. It's pretty next level, but I'm gonna give you a 20% chance of failing this. 20% chance that it is more than a foot of stone.
Okay.
So give me a 20% range that you do not want. Everything else is
That I
as a
do
success.
not want?
Correct.
30 to 50, or 30 to 49.
Okay. It's not quite a foot.
So I'm going to point towards. Does that roll count, or do you need me to roll again?
No, that's fine. You
Okay.
You can do just that.
Okay, I'm going to point at Donkor, like through the wall. It's filling up with water.
Under normal
And-
circumstances, this would have triggered a wild magic, but someone countered that too.
You're my new. Who's my new favorite? Who gets a free sub to the
Saved.
channel? No, I'm joking. I can't do that.
This is one situation I
Stop-
actually
stop
might have
that.
welcomed the wild magic.
Right? Like if
So-
of all of them, but
Something may have bailed us out.
Yeah, but we should talk about what my chat was having a fucking field day with right before I came here. Instead of wild magic, make it specific genie-like magic, so that if we don't tell you exactly what we want to do, you'll just fucking change what the spell
oh my god,
does.
like the peanut butter and jelly fucking sandwich.
Yeah,
No.
I told William to message me, and we
Yeah.
could probably work it out. It might just be one of those Bane Boon targets, but
Like, I want 6 tons of gold, so they just spawn it on top of you. Yeah.
Right.
Or I want $1 million, so they give you money from a group of people that aren't even on your planet. You're like,
Or
what the
$1
fuck is
million
this?
in coupons.
See,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be great if we knew, like, if we got if when that triggered, we got told, so that we could rephrase it, because I think that's where the fun is.
But then
Just
if we forget
where-
about it, we fuck ourselves.
Well, right, exactly, because then it's just TPK because 4 tons of gold falls on us. But if Bub tells us, and then we have to craft an answer, he gets to be fucking creative as shit and like, oh, so you didn't say this.
Get fucked. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
So, am I able? Do you want me to go, or
no, it works. You managed to deliver your message, whatever your message is. It's something
Okay,
like
so my message is, I'm just looking to see if I have like a length of time. Oh, and I have 10 minutes to do it. Fuck yes. Okay, and he can respond. He can answer. I can receive replies as well. Donkor, there's water filling up the room, and I think that's electricity. I don't really know what electricity is, but I heard them say that, I think. Somebody said something about stuff that would probably hurt us coming off of wires in the corners. Can you help us?
As a reply, I'm just going to say, I can try.
Oh, wow.
Well, we're
Okay,
fucked.
well, try.
perfect. I love it. Can I get some Bubber you can tries in chat, please? That would be fire.
I mean, I suppose technically he is out there. He could block the river. Because we know where the entrance is by Akatepi's tomb.
Well, tell me that, and then I'll go tell him that. Come on, push the button. Because I mean, it matters if you have, you can hear you can hear what I'm saying with a DC 25 perception check. By the way, is what the spell says.
Well, you're also not trying to hide it.
No, yeah, you're just passing a message along. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
totally
And
okay.
off of my turn, I have enough words to be like, get him to stop the water?
How?
River's over there. We've crossed the river. It's the one in front of Akatepi's tomb. You should be aware of it.
That I know, but she didn't put 2 and 2 yet.
Yeah, but she's out of it. Yeah.
Well, not only is she out of it, I mean, remember, she's got an intelligence of 12 and a wisdom of 10.
And a compulsion that she's fucking
Intelligence
slowly
of 12
shaking
is
off.
still good.
Yeah, 12 is decent. Yeah. But you passed the message off. It's been passed on to you. And as a return, free actions, I can try.
Right. Well, and I let him know exactly where, like, what names are escaping me. What Jared said. what Abasi said.
Sure.
Abasi in his water.
My go. The water raises another 4 inches. I'm curious. Pilakka, is your sight still on?
I would say yeah.
Okay. You notice that the wall of force drops.
The platform invites us.
But what about the thing that makes you turn into fire?
It's perhaps preferable to what will shock you to death.
It is now roughly just below Ronan's knees. Pilakka, it's your turn.
So, okay, are the wires only sparking at the bottom?
Yes, they are. At least as far as you can tell. You're not sure why.
They're trying to hotwire a car.
That's it. They are. It's an old Impala.
Do we have access all the way to the sarcophagus then?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, technically, you're not aware of how far this spell, this contraption technically is, but if Pilakka says that it invites you, then you're more than welcome to step upon it.
I was just thinking, if the sarcophagus is partially open already, why don't we open it and see if there's something in there that helps us, or maybe these dogs turn it off?
I'm going to pull a small seed out from a pouch and then dab a little water onto it, and then it starts to grow into a little rat fetus, and then larger and larger into a full rat, and then it's a summoned monster for Dire-Rat. And I'm going to drop it towards the sconce and command it to try and sever the electric wire with its teeth.
Okay, so you're basically like you're lobbing it at the sconce itself so it can sort of land up there and try to break it away.
Yes.
Okay, sure, sounds good.
I'm floating, so I'm going to try to like drop it onto the sconce.
All right, so then yeah, there's not even really a check there. As you float over, you drop the rat upon it, and it takes upon your message, and this small little wax rat just moves over, and you see it kind of lean down. Its body is like half hanging over the edge of this cracked sconce, and when you can tell when it connects its mouth, its features to the loose wires, because the moment it does, just pop, it just bursts. Wax just fires in all directions.
Splattering me. All right, well, that's what I got. I guess I'm just gonna float a few inches over to the stairs.
I kind of figure it's like, yeah, do this, Retty. Never mind, we will not do that.
Good luck.
Just never mind.
Ronan, excuse me, Donkor.
So I'm assuming that the DC for this is higher than 20. So
that is correct.
Trying to think. Would I be able to
jump at it?
I've considered it.
You can make it longer, give you more leverage.
No. Would I be able to use like a liquid to like limber it up? Like an oil?
I'm sorry, did you just ask if you could lubricate your axe?
Not the axe, the mechanism itself.
I can say from experience that I have frequently used oil to lubricate my mechanism. And yes, you just may be able to. It just depends. Do you have any like applicator for this? Is there anything that you can use to, like, do you have like the worker's tin where you kind of like drop oil in?
Do you have any way to get stronger or larger?
I do, but it's not going to help me. I would literally need to roll another nat 20. I could use the tip of the scimitar that I have to try to like pour it in.
Okay.
Along the blade. So I have a vial of oil.
All right.
On me, and I'm gonna take my scimitar and try to drip the oil along the blade itself into the mechanism.
Okay. Let's just go with just give me a flat dex on this. I just want to see what this looks like. It's not terrible. It doesn't really take a lot. You just kind of guide it down the flat of the blade into the mechanism. You see it sort of immediately begin kind of pooling over it. The oil that you have isn't meant for machine lubrication. It's meant for flame. Though it may have some kind of effect, you're not sure. Anything else in your round? Anything you'd like to try?
So in my round, because I'm going to try to move this lever again, I'm going to shapeshift. So I'm going to turn into my scale heart form.
Okay.
That gives me a +2 strength to whatever I roll.
So you get a +1. You'll get a +1 to your modifier.
Okay, well, let's see if I can. So I'm going to try to pull the lever again, see what happens.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
And I like that roll.
It doesn't look great. Looking worse. Looking,
work.
yeah. You can't quite get the vantage. You're not sure what you're gonna have to do, but you think you can do it. At least you're gonna try. Abasi.
Pilakka, you got anything better before I blow half this room apart?
You want to set off an explosion underground? No, I can't think of anything better than that.
Abasi turns and looks at me and goes, oh, you can't think of anything better than blowing up a wall? You! The smartest bird in the desert! Oh, that's fair enough.
Are we not trying to figure out how to beat ourselves, how to kill ourselves before the trap does? Go out the masters of our own world.
Abasi just sighs and he goes, is there anything in the sarcophagus that can help us here? What do these dogs do?
So can if I cast another spell, will it break my first one?
Likely, yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing that says you can't cast 2 spells at the same time, but you've already delivered your message.
Right, that's true. I mean, it stays open just in case I need it, but
sure,
it's not. Is it my turn?
Well, technically, Abasi's turn is going to come to an end, and then it's going to go to Ronan.
That's right. Okay, sorry. I thought I was asking for some reason.
Asking the bird if it's... The platform has beckoned us, but can I reach the sarcophagus? Do we know anything about these dogs? You're not super big on me blowing up the wall.
Pilakka can't really say much else. She's taken a ton of extra words this turn, so I'm just going to have to prohibit her from saying anything else for now.
All right, well, I'm assuming if the platform is available that I'm going to try and open the sarcophagus.
Okay.
We'll see what becomes of me.
You charge up the steps, past the hound. You grab onto the slightly kiltered step, or the slightly kiltered lid of the sarcophagus, and you swing it open. What you see inside is I need your armor class.
Oh, yikes.
My AC
yes, sir.
is 18.
Okay.
I believe. Should be right.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to use one of my rerolls. Well, fuck it, I'm going to use the last one, because I don't think I'm going to get to use any others. That's still not enough. It's not going to do it. The moment that you swing the sarcophagus lid up, it seemingly almost curves, and as it seems to curve upward, you see these almost golden-like fangs try to slam down atop your hands. And inside, you see that there are some degree of items that seem to be tucked in there, but you see what looks like organs and a tongue and teeth as it tries to slam down atop you.
So as I close my turn, I guess I can get out the words if I'm lucky. Abla a mimic.
Ronan!
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna smack the mimic.
Why the fuck are there mimics?
The sarcophagus is a fucking mimic while the room fills with water that's about to be electrified with no way out.
Seems legit.
There's a few too many traps in this bitch.
I'm gonna stab it in the dick.
If you can find a mimic's dick, I'll give you a shiny new quarter.
That's a lot
Make it attack,
to a goblin.
sir. Make it attack.
That's a lot.
Indeed. Come on, baby.
That's gonna hit.
Good.
That's gonna hit, and that's good damage.
I like that. Yeah, first blood.
As you strike down, you split the golden lip of this thing, like almost right through the center, and blood kind of pulls back upon you. Not quite what you were expecting. It looks
As
inanimate.
the blood hits my face, though, I like bask in it.
That's
like
that's
Maybe he's born with
bizarre. But you have done it.
Maybe it's bleeding.
Neferani.
Well, I was going to sift the sarcophagus. But that's a useless thing to do now. So I am going to. Can I talk while I'm I'm gonna draw a weapon and try to help my kukri and yeah. Am I better at crossbow or which one am I better at? Because that sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna draw my crossbows. Because why the fuck not? Both of them.
Oh, she's going Demon Hunter style. I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't have any spells that will do jack or shit right now. I mean, I think trying to lullaby a mimic sounds like a terrible fucking idea.
You're gonna turn into stone again. It's brilliant.
Right, well, no, that's why she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to do it. Because she got burnt. Boob burnt. Come on, so...
just skadoosh it.
Yep, I'm gonna try to skadoosh it and not hit my little friend. But I don't say little friend out loud.
Yeah, please.
Now remember, you're firing into combat unless you wanted to move in a way that you're not aiming directly at your ally.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, all right, you got it. So you draw your weapons as you move across the stage. You will only, unfortunately, get to fire one, though, this round.
Okay, that's fine. Hello? Where? Okay, here, crossbow right here.
Go ahead.
I was at a 9. I was gonna roll it because I've only used one or two rerolls.
You reroll?
Yes.
Go for it. Let's see what you get.
Boom,
That's much
baby.
better. Much better. It's gonna hit. The arrow sticks, and then it just seemingly falls out. Where the gold was crumpled from the arrow itself, it sort of pops back up. My turn. Oh, boy. Okay. Abasi, you have his full undivided attention.
That's where Abasi likes to be.
Wait, I didn't take his attention with the...
It actually can't see you.
The eyes are on top.
It can't see you.
What do I do?
The eyes are on top.
What is your CMD?
18.
Okay, that's not terrible. Not if I roll like shit. Look at that. Yeah.
And he already used all the rerolls trying to kill me.
That's right. I certainly did. It seemingly swings upright and stands. This thing moves upward, and as it does so, it orients itself to face you, and it swings open, trying to grab onto you. It manages to just get upon you, but it doesn't quite have a grapple. There's no it doesn't succeed in just getting around you at that point. But its mouth is open. It's like it's trying to bite down upon you, but you're resisting it.
Kabasi's just holding open an Iron Maiden while his party beats the shit out of it.
Yep. Pilakka.
I got one more summon. I'm going to drop down one more seed. And this time another pony grows out. And it's going to try to ram the mimic into the electric water.
Oh my god, no.
I was supposed to ride that one.
I'll pass though.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow.
He jumps on it and rides it into
my
the
spells
water.
recharge. To victory!
We don't see him for like 3 days, and he comes riding back later out of the fucking river on his horse.
Most of his skin burned off.
Idea.
Just fried.
You draw forth the seed in the wax again, and you make the same, like, almost charcoal pony as it seems to come to life, and it bounds from you.
I'm dropping pony bombs.
Let's see if this thing is actually capable of doing shit.
I have so many ways of making monsters. Monster ponies.
He's got some weird horse bird addiction.
All right. I need for you to make a combat maneuver bonus.
All right.
Give me a CMB plus 4. And
all right, so D20 plus 4?
Yeah.
No, come on. I'm re-rolling that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's actually not enough. Do you have any more luck rolls?
Yeah. Come on, man. What is with this today?
Like, what,
I know.
one more?
I know all about it.
Yeah,
I've had really good perception rolls, but every single reroll that anyone has had has been just like there were like 2 that were good.
Jared stole all the rolls.
I know all about
My
it.
rerolls were shit too.
I want to say that's 4 rerolls in total. Do we have all 5?
Yes.
Yeah, we have all 5.
All right, I'm doing it. This will be really cool if it works.
All right. You're going to succeed problematically. It hits the target from the rear side, which is going to drive. I unfortunately need a reflex from Abasi. You have very limited directions that you can go.
Get out of there,
Very
Abasi.
limited reflex too. Could I just use fortitude to soak it?
Grab you with my giant
You could soak it. You could soak it, but that just means that this creature is going to be driven forward, and you're going to soak it inside of its mouth.
Can I slide with him?
And then it's going to soak you in stomach acid.
That's mostly the reflexes, so you don't actually lose your footing on this.
Yeah.
You manage to succeed. You roll with the momentum. It drives both of you back. I'm actually going to try to...
Wait, if I roll with the momentum, can I turn and...
Ooh.
There's a whole ass horse behind it. You don't need to.
That's a lot of momentum. If I can help push...
He's going to judo toss.
Yeah.
So you're going to slam it into the wall and then into the electric water. I got you.
What is that thing?
By the way, this is
fucking cards.
It's up to Bub to say whether or not this happens canonically, but when my horse hits the mimic, in my mind, the mimic goes like in Mario 64.
Oh, God.
Like the thwomps?
The bullies.
Yeah.
Oh.
The big black balls with the horns they have to kick into the lava.
Yeah, I'm getting it now. I was thinking of the when you ground pound on the back of the thwomp and it
The
dies.
thwomp. Yeah, the thwomp.
Yeah. I think they make the same sound.
They do in fact.
Oh.
You drive them. You find yourself inching closer to the edge itself. Abasi, on your round, you can try to throw. It's going to be challenging.
Try to throw.
Donkor.
Like cartwheel throw like Ken and Ryu.
All right, so I get one
Not that
action,
Ryu.
and then I can move, right?
You have a move and a standard action, so you can try things. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna try this lever. I have 2 more rerolls, so I'm still shape changed until after this. So I'm gonna give this a shot.
Okay.
Nope.
Reroll.
And nope.
Well, you rolled once. You said you have 2 rerolls, right?
No, actually, that's it.
No, you have one more reroll.
Did
right? Because that was your initial roll was the 2.
Your initial roll was the 2. Your reroll that counts as 1 as your 14.
Wait, hold on. No, that's it.
Okay, all right. It's not gonna be enough.
So
You've given this everything you've got. You've got the oil inside. Your axe is lodged in there and right this spot. You've gone full scale heart. You're pulling on this with all of your might, and it's just not happening.
yeah,
It's not gonna be
I'm
enough.
gonna take back my axe, and how far can I move?
I mean, technically it's a move action, so it's gonna be your round of 30.
All right, so I'm gonna move back into the center of this room,
Okay.
and that's 30 right here, and then that'll be end my turn.
Okay.
Just waiting for his next turn to be like he just fucking plants himself like the football dude from Mario and just runs at the fucking door.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Charging Chuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done, but now I have other ideas.
Abasi, it is your turn.
Well, I'm holding on to this damn thing, and we're trying to get it away from us. So yeah, it just got hit by a horse. I'm going to try and rotate the momentum to maybe not throw, but I'm trying to make sure that that's where he goes is off into the water.
Reinforce the inertia.
If you're going to try to guide him around, this is technically it's a combat maneuver.
Yeah.
Unless you have the improved version of this, it provokes an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get my attack of op first. Not like it's been beneficial to me at all. So I got to break 18. Not like that, I can't.
Nope.
And go ahead. Let's see if you can break its CMD.
Wow!
What the fuck? What kind of RNGs? Did you like puff on Jesus before this? Did you give him a little rub and tug? What the fuck are your rolls? You haven't rolled under a fucking 25. What
I'm
is
just
this?
saying, my jaw has hurt for weeks.
God damn it! I'm so frustrated.
You can hook me up after this.
Oh my god, I'm
You managed to. You know what? Narrative's yours. Run with it. What does this look like?
You Vegeta throw this.
The bossy walked up and he's like, "We gotta find a way out." He pushes the thing open. He goes, "Teeth," and it tries to bite him. Ends up in one of these. Backing up, Pilakka just goes, "I'm gonna throw a fucking horse at it. Why not?" Feeling the momentum come, he has 2 options: get eaten, or 3 options: get eaten, try and catch the entire weight of a metal mimic sarcophagus, or fucking full-on like bear throw Hagar turn my ass and just chuck it up into the water so that it will hopefully land in the water on its face.
Okay. All right. I liken this moment specifically because of your critical success in this moment. You literally go full Zangief and you red cyclone this bitch. Like right off the stage.
I get that reference. It's great.
Final Atomic Buster!
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you say Zangief?
Zangief? Yeah.
Zangief.
My only knowledge of him is, by the way, from Wreck-It Ralph when he says, "You can be bad guy, but not,
This
bad
does mean
guy."
you're a bad guy. Yeah.
Right.
Not mean you're bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Does not mean you're.
He fucking
bad guy.
Abasi goes full puri power over here and just
I
slams
was
his ass.
picturing Mike fucking Hagar, the mayor, when I was talking about
The mayor of Earth.
You succeed. You lob this thing downward, and I'm gonna try to orient this thing correctly. It's gonna be difficult, mind you.
But the question is, can you crush Bird's skull between your legs?
Like tiny sparrow egg.
Did it go through the wall?
Trying to orient it.
Wait, can you angle it at the hole we were trying to fucking?
That would have been the best.
What about a 1 to 100, like 1% chance that you hit exactly where you're trying to go through the wall?
And he goes right through the wall.
You know what? I'll give you a 3% chance.
Oh god, the pressure's on.
If you want to make it, we can try 3%.
14, 15, 16.
All right.
I saw the 4 and got so
I
excited.
saw the 4 and the 6 and I almost vomited. I'm like, you stop playing D&D right now. Go fucking buy all the lottery tickets. I don't care.
If it had came to the wall, I would have just walked away. I'm like, that's the legend. He wins. This is the animal bossy. His charisma she's gone.
So does he get a
Oh.
statue in the middle of town?
Jesus, yeah. It's like, not only did you manage to break the wall, but you also cleared your name. Well done. Nobody thinks you're a murderer anymore.
So when it hits at the end of, because that my turn is throwing, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to Ronan next, so here it goes.
All right, Ronan.
Ronan, kill.
But I have to jump in the water to kill it.
It's face first in the water.
Oh,
So
so I
based
can
on-
back attack it.
It would be on top of it.
Okay. I'm gonna jump on top of it and back attack it.
Okay.
Do I get a like a bonus or anything?
You don't know.
All of your roguish attributes.
Yeah, do I get to carry over my rogue attributes from
Just make your fucking attack already. Jesus Christ. You just suplexed like a 2-ton mimic sarcophagus. Goodness gracious. You actually... Let's see. Is that going to hit?
And this
Okay.
really is like Street Fighter. We just beat up a car.
It does not hit.
Yikes.
If you have any more luck rerolls, you can.
I have none.
Wait, did you say you jumped on this thing to attack?
Yes. Can I make my acrobatics roll first?
Okay. No, if you're actually going to jump attack, then I'm going to give you a charge bonus, which adds 2 to it. And if you add 2 to that number, that makes it 14. You've met its AC. That's an even or an odd.
Always odd.
Odd squad?
Odd squad.
It's even.
Ooh,
Failed
no
us all.
Odd squad.
Oh, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Interestingly enough, when you charge, you lose AC for that round.
How much AC do I lose?
Just 2.
I'm still more than Jared.
Yeah, he's supposed to say.
Neferani.
I I think I just kind of have to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else you can do.
I think is my spell because I have 10 minutes, right? Total
Yeah.
with, or was it 10 minutes? Donkor, did you find the water? Did you turn it off?
I don't think I'd get this message at this point because I'm nowhere.
It ran away.
Well, did we have to stay close to me, or does it? Is
100
it
feet.
He's already checking his emails.
If you're
plus 10 feet per level? So
Yeah,
100.
you're fine. The message will still deliver through.
okay.
He turned off his phone.
Oh, Daniel, I have a bar. What bar?
Then Donkor is gonna be like, "I tried the lever's broken," and that's all he's going to say. For now.
Gotcha. Do you do anything else, Neff?
Do you need anything, Abasi? You need me? Can I do anything?
Oh, well, it would be nice, or you could kill it.
How it's on you? And because I've got my crossbows out, right? Like I've got one that's still loaded. Like I don't want to shoot it at you. He did. He put me on read. Fucking-
I have
turn.
notifications turned off, so you'll never know.
Perception from... I think the only person that's going to hear this... Well, I've got to give Abasi. He can fucking hear eagles fart a mile away. Abasi and Ronan.
He rolled so high, I could hear it off of him.
Ronan. Ronan, you and Abasi both hear this. There is something that shatters. You hear a crack. And as you hear a crack, I get to roll a D1000.
Oh, God.
Wild magic!
I'm standing on the sarcophagus, mind you.
Wild magic!
I don't weigh that much.
No, exactly. You don't weigh much. It's fucking less force required to send you to the roof.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. I don't know if that's gonna work. That suddenly changes everything.
Oh,
The
great.
water turns to lava.
No. God, no. I would know. No, no.
Well,
What does Rengor say? I'm sorry, I may have missed your message, bud. Let me check. I've only received like 1 million messages today. No, that's fine. It's not targeted. This is This is something else. This is a wild magic on my own spell.
Yeah, this is his. It's not us.
Okay, that's fair. The water around you seems to change. It is no longer this aqueduct, almost blue and semi-clear water. It now starts to bleed out onto a green.
Oh no.
The green, this fluid that seems to rise up around the sarcophagus itself, is seemingly chipping away at the gold. It's like breaking away. Sort of like cotton candy and water. It's just starting to bleed away from this. However, as the sarcophagus seems to move and snap, water is kicking upward.
Did we just turn it into nitric acid?
Ronan! You feel some of this fluid strike your body.
Great. Now I'm actually going to be an acid-born dwarf.
Take 4 points of damage.
And then get the fuck off the
Burns
sarcophagus.
right
Get back on the
through
platform.
your flesh. It does not feel good. It is lethal.
Nice.
It just dies.
I would have much rather my actual spell, but hey, that happens.
For curiosity's sake, what were you trying to cast?
I don't want to say, because I might be able to get it off still.
That's what she's...
Hopefully she didn't use the term "it" though. Well, I mean,
Come off.
What does Pilakka do here?
can
Just keep floating?
you lift me up?
Yeah, I'm gonna float over to Ronan.
Just pick me up.
Yeah, still staying over the platform. I'm gonna reach him my staff as a little lifeline.
Okay, you got it.
I am also now horrifically pissed off. I just realized that the sarcophagus, face down, full of magical loot, is laying in acid.
You don't know that.
I saw the loot when it bit me.
Well, don't mimics create like organic, like worthless but shiny looking treasure
Yes.
Yeah,
as part of their bodies?
it's not real.
Yeah.
It's like their tongue, but it's a sword.
You cast your
Yeah,
spell
exactly.
to move over and sort of bait him in. It's like the child's fishing game, but this time it's a goblin at the end of your staff. Donkor.
All right, so Donkor is going to run from what he thinks of, based off his memory, is to the entrance of the tunnel and go through the tunnel. I think that's...
I tell you, but it's off your memory.
So if you're going to double move, it's 60. So you can move 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
So it's going to be about 15 and then another 16 or so. Then moving downward, you've got from this location
Yeah, I
about
think
20
it'll
feet,
leave me.
and then you can get about right there.
Yeah. And then that'll end my turn.
You got it. Abasi.
Does it look like the mimic is...
Writhing in pain?
Moving?
Yes, it does look like it's writhing in pain.
Oh, good. Well, for now, I don't want to go down into the acid
I
where
figured
it's
you
at.
might not.
Um,
Don't worry, it's only up to about 16 to 20 inches, which is almost most of Ronan's body.
I'm going to turn around and look at the ground where it used to be, because there's a lot of interesting shit going on here really quickly. And now that the water is acid, I'm unable to go back into it to do anything else. And I want to use Dungeoneering to try and figure out if there's a way to turn it off from here.
So, did it turn all of the water
Yes.
flowing in everything? So it wasn't like just the water in the room. It was.
Would you like me to read exactly what it says?
Yeah, I'm actually curious.
Acid. All fluid in an immediate container is turned into deadly acid.
That container was the room.
Yep.
Okay, so but the water flowing into the room is
It's still
still
water?
hitting the acid, though.
It's essentially like it's turning it into it. So when it hits the aqueduct
Oh,
itself back into
okay.
the finger system, it's gonna basically turn back. So as
So
long
it's
as
like-
it's inside of the room, it's gonna be acid.
Okay, so as it comes in the room, it shifts into acid. Okay.
Mhm.
Jesus, fuck! All right, I'm out. Jared, it's your,
Yeah, 22 Dungeoneering to try and see if any of this behind us, or this, or whatever, Does any sign of anything stopping the water? Because it looks like there's
Reveals nothing.
gears. What is
But
that?
unfortunately, we're going to have to figure everything out next time we play. We have reached a point where we have to stop. We have players that have things going on. They got company. They got plans. We have to stop.
I really gotta go to bed.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
So
No, I'm in the same place.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta be
I
out of
think
here. Soon.
Most of us.
I figured, yeah, it's one of those things. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get our shout-outs in here. We'll start over with Donkor. D for Donkor. Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, buddy?
Hi, I'm Kaoiji. I have a new schedule now. I begin at 7 p.m. every day, and you guys can find me on my channel, or you guys can find me here on Tuesdays. PogChamp, let's go. Next.
Camp, let's go. Next, we got
Wait,
Ronan.
just for clarification, is that 7 p.m. EST?
7 p.m. EST.
Just so you all know.
Nice.
Generally, if it's 7 p.m. in any time zone, yes, you will be.
Ronan, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, buddy?
You can find me at twitch.tv/RyutheRed. I stream sometimes.
A lot less lately. I've actually been missing you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on job situation.
I got you.
But yeah, so you can catch me when you catch me. So make sure you guys, if you want the Q Goblin to survive or anybody else in the party, make sure you give those Twitch Primes and your mom's Twitch Primes next Tuesday.
Definitely. We've got
Yeah.
Nick as Pilakka-Bitakk. I couldn't even add him in the flyer on Twitter because of his status. It won't even let me add him, even though we're friends on Twitter.
I'm not locked anymore, so you
Nope.
should be able to from now on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right on.
I assume you're just operating based on what knowledge from before. But
Since before the stream, the moment that that happened, it was like cannot add BlackLightAttack to
yep.
this.
Tag him.
Well, you can find me floating serenely above pools of destructive acid and nowhere else. It's the only place I can ever be found. It's where I grow.
I like him here. It's good company. Neferani, as played by Miss Misty Imperial. Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I'm doing a whole lot of nothing, even though I've been streaming. So, but I do stream. You can just, find me there at twitch.tv/Imperial or here on Tuesday nights.
Yeah. Jared, as played by Abasi or vice versa. Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you these days, man?
I can't do his accent on stream anymore, though. People going, Abasi! And I go, I've been doing that shit for years. Hi, I'm Jared. I'm over at twitch.tv, blah, 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 JDScientize. And lately we're just prepping for all that classic WoW shit that, we aren't talking about a whole lot anymore because we talked about it nonstop. But that's in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
That's
I have
it.
a whole buckload of script writing to do and model running to do. And I'm trying to put some content together so that I can actually play that game without people being like, he's just playing WoW, don't go watch, kill his channel.
And you guys obviously know me for one reason or another. If you've been tuning into this channel for any length of time, you know what we do here. Lately, we've been doing lots of games. We're just about to smash out our group Dying Light. Don't know what we're going to be doing next, but we've got Tuesday nights this here with Mummy's Mask, Wednesday night Shackle City. Thursdays is trying to transition into a Blades in the Dark game. Yeah, if that works out. So, as always, make sure you hit the follow button. Every follow counts, and we are on our journey to do the damn thing. We'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not, it's because life happened. It's Gen Con, lots happening, and, well, everything's basically on fire. We'll love your faces, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Peace. We're out of here.